Okay, so I wanted to start the review with the price. The price with our discount code is only $689 US. And honestly, I feel like no one knows about this board. The deck is made up of 1-ply bamboo and 10-ply maple. The deck does not have any flex, which is not a deal breaker for me, but I would have preferred a little bit of flex. The deck's length is 37 inches and the width is 10 inches. Now, in my opinion, that's just a great size for a 2-in-1 all-terrain board. Not too long, not too wide, not too narrow, and that concave really reminds me of the Entre Black Carve deck, which I love. It also has that similar octagon padded grip tape, but on the top rear of the deck, it has a power button and charging port. Now the charging port has a little rubber cover which protects it pretty nice, but I don't know how well it's going to reject water just in case you run through puddles or get caught in some rain. Now since the power button sits flush and your shoes are flat and they don't have anything sticking through there, I don't think you're going to step on the power button. But what if in that really rare situation, somehow a little rock or pebble gets stuck in between that little hole and you step on it and you shut off the board while it's riding? I don't know. It's just something to bring up. Just be careful. Now, speaking of which, this charger is a 4.5 amp charger. With this size battery and that charger, it charges the board 0 to full in just over 2 hours. As for the wheels, the Rover is utilizing 155mm in diameter, 50mm in width, aired pneumatic tires. I really like how these wheels aren't as low profile as 150mm / regular 6-inch. So with these, you have a little bit more comfort and a little bit more clearance. But at the same time, it's not as big and as chunky and high off the ground as a general 7-inch 175mm aired pneumatic tire. I also like how these tires are kind of a hybrid street mixed with some off-roading tread patterns. It does a great job holding grip on both concrete and off-roading. Now, MEEPO claims that these are new and improved tubes because the first generation MEEPO Hurricane had these same tires, and before they were always getting flats. I have not yet had a flat tire, but I do still get some wobbling above 25, 26 miles per hour. Keep in mind, this is not a 40 miles per hour high-speed board, so that wobbling is not going to throw you off, but you will feel it underneath your feet. But keep in mind, if you don't want any wobbling whatsoever, you want higher speed, you want no flats whatsoever, go with street wheels. This board can utilize street wheels. Guys, when you get an affordable board like this, maximize its value. Use more street wheels, use more tires, enjoy the board, enjoy everything it has to offer, especially if you want more range out of your board. As for the trucks, the Rover is utilizing traditional kingpin trucks. Simple, uncomplicated, properly balanced between stability and carve. No strenuous, clunky, over-the-top, over-engineered turning mechanism. I've been saying this for a very long time now, probably since the B1 Titan X, because it was my second traditional kingpin board after the Zeus, and I realized simple traditional kingpin is a true skate feel. I preach that medium ground feel a lot on the channel. Not too much, not too little. I don't like complicated, but I don't like boring. A good medium. I don't want a huge bulky board, but I want a proper electric longboard underneath my feet. A traditional kingpin truck like this paired with the somewhat wider deck with this concave, I choose this simplicity and this great medium feel over any high performance, high range board all day long. If I'm riding a $4,500 board or even a $6,000 board and it has the craziest trucks and the craziest features, but the trucks and deck don't work together to feel like this, then I don't want that expensive board. As for the motors, the Rover is utilizing two 1800 watt belt drive motors. Nothing high end here, reliable, simple, gets the job done, and keeps the board affordable. What I also like is the free bash guard. Free bash guard, in my opinion, is always great because you can stand the board up and the motors will not get scratched. And also when you utilize street wheels, the board sits very low, so it prevents the motors from getting more scratched up. But of course, the best part about a bash guard is utilizing it as a handle. Whether you're commuting to work, school, or just running your daily errands, it makes it way easier to carry around the board. As for the remote, the Rover is utilizing MEEPO's new J6S remote. Nothing out of this world, but definitely better than their old school remotes. Bigger screen, your traditional plastic feel, has all the information you need, all the data you need. I just don't really know why they went with this kind of primer gray color when their cheaper MEEPO amp board was a nice black with orange. I don't know, I just think the gray color looks kind of dull and unfinished. As for the ESC, the Rover is utilizing JK FOC ESC. Now, I might be wrong here, but I don't think there is a heat sink here. I think heat sinks are definitely for a more higher powered board, and this keeps the cost down. But if I'm wrong, comment down below. As for the battery, the Rover is using a 12S 4P 432 watt hour 10 amp hour battery. As for the cells, it doesn't seem to be listed, which means it's probably a cheaper lithium cell, which I don't have a problem with. This is meant to keep the cost down and to be off-roading and 2-in-1 capable, all with keeping the cost below $700. As for range, I'm a 160-pound rider and the temperature was about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. I did mostly S plus mode, but a little bit in S mode. With the 6-inch all-terrain setup on the MEEPO Rover, I got a total of 13.5 miles. Now keep in mind, this is not meant for long range, but if you do want more range and still spend under $700, utilize street wheels, because with this same setup, 90mm wheels, I got a total of 21 miles with the MEEPO Rover utilizing 90mm wheels. Okay guys, here we go. Giant hill test, same hill we always use. MEEPO Rover with the stock 6-inch, stock 55T pulleys, I believe. Almost full battery, S plus mode. Let's do it. Remote says 21. Pretty much locked in at 21. Not flying up it, but definitely getting up it fine. All right. Just as I thought. Didn't have any trouble getting up there, but it certainly didn't fly up it. Let's check the rider app. 20.8 miles per hour. So the remote is pretty much spot on, and I think 20 to 21 miles per hour up a giant hill is definitely good for a board under $700. That's an all-terrain 2-in-1. Okay, acceleration test, S plus mode, full battery. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, not bad. Listen, you can't have it all for under $700 on a 2-in-1 all-terrain board. It's not disappointing, but it's certainly not a powerful board. If you want a powerful 2-in-1 board, you gotta spend about $1,000 plus, and even $1,000 still is not that much when it comes to a high performance board. Okay guys, top speed test on the MEEPO Rover, S plus mode, almost full battery. Let's do it. Okay, let's check the rider app. 28.3 miles per hour, top speed on the MEEPO Rover stock all-terrain setup. And if you want more top speed, go bigger tires or street wheels. Okay, brake test at 15 miles per hour. Brakes are adjustable and they are set at 100. 1, 2, 3, brake. Nice, good, good. No complaints from me.
Final thoughts. Now, the last year or so, the e-skate market, especially the 2-in-1 all-terrain scene, has dramatically gone down in price. Take the Propel Pivot GT, the Tynee Explorer, the Tynee Explorer Pro, and the Ace-Deck Nomad Violet Edition as an example. All great boards, extremely low price for what you get, but what if you are that rider that does not have that $1,000 to $1,300 mark? What if you just want an all-terrain board that you can put street wheels on, that's a lot better than your Backfire G2, your Lycon GR, or your old MEEPO Shuffle? You don't have the funds for a $1,000 board. You certainly don't need to do over 20 miles worth of range in one single ride without stopping. And if you don't need a crazy high performance board that does 38 miles per hour, then this board is for you. at $689, a 2-in-1 all-terrain board with such a simple platform that just works all around and is definitely lightweight for an all-terrain board. In my opinion, it's kind of a no-brainer. I honestly don't know why this board isn't talked about more in the e-skate community, especially since everybody wants a 2-in-1 all-terrain board for so cheap. Discount code eSkateUnity, link in the description.